It is no secret that Sri Lanka is going through one of its darkest patches in its history, especially when it's come to its economy. So this is that Mother Sri Lanka needs its countrymen to stand up and help to revive herself. So today we are bringing this special program to discuss such initiative, especially from the people who live in Australia, so that showing their helping hand to recover Sri Lanka. So this initiative is called Reignite Sri Lanka 2023, which is organized by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, the Australian chapter. Today we have our special guest with us to discuss about this Reignite Sri Lanka 2023, everything about that program and a little bit more. So we have Mr. Sanjay Bandara, the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, and Mr. Anuruddha Dias, the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, Australian chapter. So I'd like to start with Anuruddha. So what is CASL Australia chapter, and what are your the objectives of the Australian chapter?
Thank you, Harsha, and thank you
AusLanka
TV for giving this opportunity for us to come and explain about the chapter and what we do. We reignite Sri Lanka 2023. So CA Sri Lanka Australia chapter is a affiliated overseas chapter of CA Sri Lanka, which is the body of primary accounting in Sri Lanka. Back in 2020, we started this chapter due to various challenges faced by chartered accountants living in Australia. Some of these challenges are how the process involved in the attracting to correct job opportunities, training and development. So these are the challenges were the reasons behind forming a chapter. And we have over 700 chartered accountants living across Australia. And because of this chapter, we are able to help this CA community and also doing some of the projects that help the Mother Lanka.
So that is mainly the purpose of the Australian chapter of CASL. Okay. So and I'd like to ask, so what is this Reignite Sri Lanka? So what is that program? And we all know that Sri Lanka needs help, so no doubt there. But as professionals, so you are coming to the picture and bringing this business forum. So what is this? Why it is important at this hour?
Yeah. So Reignite Sri Lanka 2023 is the first business forum happening in Melbourne post-COVID. So the country has gone through worst economic collapse in its history. So as a responsible professional body affiliated to CA Sri Lanka, the Australian chapter thought this is the right time to do a business forum, to bring a platform where the business community here can interact with the Sri Lankan counterparts with regard to investment opportunities. So the area that we look in this business forum is to promote Sri Lanka as a preferred tourist destination. Also, we want to promote the climate prosperity plan of Sri Lanka. Also, there will be a speaker from Port City, Colombo, about investment opportunities within Port City. And other most important part is a networking opportunity for the business community to interact with various industry association representatives present on that day, as well as diplomats and the Consul General Office staff. So this business forum is organized by CA Sri Lanka Australia chapter in collaboration with the Consulate General Office in Melbourne.
Okay, so when you discuss about the business community and the opportunity that this brings, so I'd like to ask, is it like open only for Sri Lankan business community, or are you aiming for the go a little bit beyond and try to attract the Australian community as well, business community?
It's open for both Sri Lankan business community as well as Australian business community. So I'm happy to say there will be representatives from the Australian investor community present on that day, interacting with the Sri Lankan business community, where we endeavor to hope for hope for the collaborations and business opportunities to be explored in investment in Sri Lanka.
Okay, so I believe it's a very, very good opportunity for the businessmen, so entrepreneurs over there who are watching us at the moment. So you can come to this special business forum and be informed, and it's going to be a very, very important and really good opportunity to discover and connect with the other network, so that in a way you are helping our mother country after all. So I'd like to have a quick question with Sanjay as well. So you are the president of the Mother Institute of all the chapters, like Australia chapter, Canada chapter, so likewise. So may I ask, like, how many chapters over there and all over the world? And as the Mother Institute, how you really work with this chapter? So I'd like to start from there.
Okay, Harsha, first I'll give you a kind of an introduction into CA.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka is a national body of accountants. Our institute was established way back in 1959, and we have a rich history spanning over 64 years. And the Institute Act clearly stipulates the core objectives of our institute. And as per the Act, the core objectives of our institute, so they have stipulated a few objectives. Out of those objectives, first one is to promote theory and practice of accounting, auditing, taxation and financial management. And the second one, it says promote or produce the chartered accountants required by the global job market. The third one, it says facilitate networking among the members and capacity building of our members. The fourth one, it says engage stakeholders in a manner mutually beneficial for the both parties. So those are the core objectives of our institute as stipulated in our Act. And over the last 64 years, we have produced around 10,000 fully qualified chartered accountants and around 25,000 middle level young accountants. So we call it part qualified accountants. And out of this around 10,000 fully qualified chartered accountants we have produced, almost 40% of them are employed in overseas countries. So we have, as Anuruddha said, around 700 members working in Australia and another 300 plus each working in UK, US and Canada. We have another 1,000, close to 1,000 members working in Middle East, etc. So therefore, now, as I said, capacity building and facilitate networking, are two main objectives of our institute. In Colombo, so we organize regular sessions, or networking events or regular events, especially the programs to facilitate, networking and capacity building, because in today's context, capacity building is very important for us to help our members, keep them updated with the latest changes in the profession, so that their knowledge always remain relevant and they are employable anywhere in the world. And in addition to that, networking events are organized to facilitate networking, so that the senior members can share their thoughts and experience with young members, and that will be really beneficial for the young members to plan their career. So in Colombo, as I said, we used to organize many of these events, but as I said, it's around 40% of the members are living in overseas. So latter part of 1990s, since we thought of establishing chapters basically to support our members living in overseas countries. At the moment, we have 8 chapters, 5 chapters in the 6 chapters in the Middle East region, right? And the Australian chapter, and the last one added is the Canadian chapter, and we're going to establish another chapter in this year in UK. And as far as the chapters are concerned, chapters help us a lot, but more importantly, chapters, the help the institute, especially in facilitating networking among the members in the respective regions and capacity building. As Anuruddha said, so whenever members, for example, come here, chapters coordinate with them and help them to secure appropriate employment within a short period of time. In addition to that, several sessions are organized, for capacity building, provide new knowledge and, the expertise, to our members working in respective destinations. So therefore, chapters basically play a vital role in helping our members living in overseas countries.
Thank you, Sanjay, for that. So I have another quick question. So as a chapter, as we just heard, so you are doing quite a good work, lot of projects and everything. So at this moment, so we are presented with a challenge, which is go beyond our basically our regular routines and projects and everything. So as a professional body, so what is your role in the reforms and the recovery of the Sri Lankan economy at the moment?
Yeah. Good question, Harsha. Now, last year, what we did was, okay, so we basically compiled a comprehensive set of proposals, grouped into short, medium, and long-term proposals. Right, the government should consider in implementing, taking country out of this crisis. So what we did was we consulted all our members. As I said, we have around 10,000 members. Some are employed in the private sector, some in the public sector, some in Sri Lanka, some in overseas countries. We have, very rich membership, having wealth of experience in diverse sectors. Therefore, we invited them to, come up with their own suggestions as to the actions the government should take in taking country out of this crisis. We wrote to our members and we got a fairly good number of responses from our members, and then council sat and went through all the proposal received, and then finally compile a very comprehensive document dividing it into short, medium and long-term proposals. Right? Government should consider implementing, and then we went and presented our proposals first to the Secretary to the Minister of Finance, and then to the Governor of the Central Bank. And in addition to that, the copy of this particular document was submitted or handed over to the leaders of all political parties for them to consider. And I'm very happy to say that some of the proposals which were there in our document under short-term proposals have already been implemented by the government, right? And some are in the medium to long-term ones government is considering. And recently we had a discussion with the government, on the implementation of medium to long-term proposals contained in our document. And in addition to that, the policy formulation, especially in policy formulation in various areas, right? In the government, we are basically, we are invited to be part of those policy reforms, right? Now, for example, we are closely working with the Central Bank, Board of Investment, Ministry of Finance, and then Ministry of Justice, Legal reforms. We are closely working with them and giving our insights or the helping hand for them in policy formulation. So therefore, crisis.
Yeah, so I think we should thank them as a professional body. So you are the people who understand this crisis best.
Yeah.
So you are the ones who should come forward. So you are doing that. So thank you very much for that, for the Sri Lankan, the Mother Institute, as well as the Australian.
1 minute.
Sure.
Now, in addition to that, last February, we had a similar event like Reignite Sri Lanka in Dubai. So we are invited, business community in Dubai, and we made a comprehensive presentation to investors in Dubai, and we invited so them to come and invest in Sri Lanka. That was another initiative we took in the recent past, helping our country, because we felt that foreign direct investment is very important for us at this juncture, to help our country. So therefore we invited investors in UAE to a common forum, and we made a comprehensive presentation and provided answers for the questions that they had, and basically requested or invited for them to come and invest in Sri Lanka. That was also done 2 months ago.
So what do you think about this concept that Reignite Sri Lanka, and which is going to be held on 17th May in Melbourne, right? So what do you think about this program?
It's a very good initiative taken by our Australian chapter to help Sri Lanka. I should thank Anirudh and the team for organizing this event, where myself and then head of the tourism bureau in Sri Lanka and a couple of other resource persons are going to speak, and then invite investors in Australia to consider investing in Sri Lanka. It's a very good initiative, timely action taken by the Australian chapter.
Harsha, just adding to what Sanjay said, the event is going to happen at Crown Melbourne on 17th of May. So as I initially said, this is done collaboration with the Consul General Office in Melbourne. So the event is sponsored by Dilma Tea and Tripper Deal, as well as we are very happy AusLanka TV being our official media partner. So in addition to Sanjay speaking at the event, we also have the Consul General, Sandhi Samarasinghe speaking at the event, as well as Mr. Chalagat Kajabahu, Tourism Promotion Bureau Chairman speaking at the event. And it will also give opportunity for Tripper Deal, who is a major package tour operator in Australia, also to come and share their views, because this is very important when you're promoting Sri Lanka's tourist destination. And as I initially said, thoughts from Port City officials to come and promote or showcase their investment opportunities, proposals for the audience. And there will be other media, social media representatives coming primarily to promote Sri Lanka as a tourist destination.
Okay, so one last question, Anuruddha. So is this going to be an open event for the people, or how, if someone very interested into coming to the business forum, so what is the way that they can join with you?
Yeah, so this forum is only by invitation.
Okay.
So what we have done is that we have worked with the Consul General Office and send out invitations to the business community, and we have got a good response. We expect about 7,500 business delegates participating. So we thought to have a quality event. We selected targeted audience, and by doing that, we think we can achieve our objectives. And through the responses, some of the responses that we have got, there are a lot of business, the small-scale business entrepreneurs speaking to us that they do export from Sri Lanka to Australia, but they have limited access to the marketing channels. So I said this would be the forum for you to come and network with other business community leaders, especially the industry association leaders such as Chamber of Commerce of Melbourne, CEO will be present on that day, and logistics industry CEO will be there. So there are quite a number of industry association leaders will be present, where these entrepreneurs come and interact with them and get the new marketing channels open for them.
Okay, so all in all, Reignite Sri Lanka is going to be a very, very exciting event. So I would like to wish you all the very best to the Australian chapter, CS Sri Lanka, for the Reignite Sri Lanka. And not every day we can get on onto Mr. Sanjay. So thank you very much for coming. It's an honor to have a good chat with you. Thank you, Anuruddha. And so it's time, so each one of you out there watching us, we can help Sri Lanka, so that's what they are doing, so we should thank them for doing that. So I'm Harsha Pereira, bringing you this special program for AusLanka TV. Thank you.